Hey guys, Neff here, and thanks for joining me. Today we're going to be looking at the West 917, another high pin count dimple lock. 3 directions. We got 7 pins on the left, right, and top. Here is the key for it. We'll get you a closer look at everything. So there's your 3 directions there, and there's your key. Bidding for 7 pins in 3 directions right there. Pretty nice little setup. They got a cool little logo. I believe these are out of Japan. They use a very similar driver. Actually, it looks like the exact same design as the Golf V18. But I think it depends on, the use of the lock, how much it's been used with how they feel, because my V18s feel quite a bit different. Here's the housing it came in, so you can get a look at what it looks like. My screws were seized up, so it's all taken out of that housing, but there's the housing they're using. This will be really easy to take apart when we want to see what the insides are. Those plates slide right out, so it's a really great format for that. But yeah, we'll get her locked up in the vise, see how it goes today. Alrighty guys, we got her all locked up. I'm going to show you, we're going to be doing something a little bit different today. So I'm going to try a LockCam for the first time. I can see it today because it's all taped up back there, and I'm just testing it out a little bit. I don't plan on looking at it, but just so you know, that is visible to me. The other thing we're going to do is I'm going to start trying to do a pickup on the lock so that maybe you can hear the clicks a little bit better. We got that Bluetooth speaker right there, so go ahead and see how that goes. See what we can see if that adds to the experience at all here. And if anybody sees this and knows any good ways to get a LockCam mounted back here, I am all ears. Alrighty, so we're going to be using just a really wide wiper insert. This one's actually bought. My thumb is going to be way down on it. Just trying to figure out my placement here because I got a million wires wrapped around me. And then I actually bought a pin vise, okay? And this is music wire, bent at a 90-degree, and then just dremeled out flat. This is the first one I really made and messed with, and I found that it works out pretty well with this lock, so I'll probably be trying that out a little bit more alongside the wiper insert ones I do. So we're going to start left. Good click on one. Good click on one on the right. Now I'm going to try and get one on the top. So the main issue with this lock is getting your top stack set, or at least for me. The left and the right, got to click on one right there. The left and the right are pretty easy. You kind of just go down and try not to overset. Number 2, tiny click, tiny click. I am on 2 on the right, little click on 3 on the left. Alright, so because of the top stack, everything kind of loosened up in there a little bit. I'm going to try and go down the top row. So, number 2. We loosen up on tension, which I am pretty heavy on tension on this. Pretty heavy-handed as it is. Got some counter rotation, a good click on 2. A few of these have, I believe, standard drivers, and the rest of them are like these spools that I've only ever, number 3 on the top, I've only ever seen in V18 and West 917, but I mean they're similar to other spooled type pins, but they're not a spool. You'll see it when, if I can get her open here. Going down the top stack still. Checking on 3 here. And as I set this top stack, it definitely drops stuff. Alright, I believe that was 5 on the top. All the way in the back on the top. That was number 7. Believe I said it. Number 6. number 5. Alright, so I have dropped those front ones, 1 and 1 on the left and right. Really get the core moving. So, alright, we reset 1. Let's double check for any overset action. And actually, there definitely is an overset, so I'm about to do some pulsing. So I don't know if you can see the core moving just lightly there, but when I do the pulsing, there's a point where you can get into kind of a false set from all those spools after the standards are set, and you can kind of tell like, hey, I'm in that false set, and that will tell you that nothing's overset anymore. But I don't know if I'm quite there yet. Just dropped them again. Oh yeah, there's definitely overset here. I might have to drop a bunch of them. There we go. 1. That was 3 on the right. 3 on the left. 5 on the left. I'm just going down, kind of letting them fall in so I can check that top stack again. That was 7 on the left. The right side just kind of likes to push in. It doesn't require a ton of setting. 6 on the left, 5, all that's good. Alright, so let's check these. I just reset 1 on the top stack. Went past 2 and 3, I'm on 4. Can't tell, so go to 5. Six. What'll be really interesting is if I can get this LockCam working out real good, probably see that regularly I'm incorrect about my placement. On a high pin count dimple lock like this, it is tough to always know where I'm at, and I will regularly say, oh, you know, I'm on 6 on the left, and I might have just set 5 or something, but it is what it is. So, alright. Now I am checking for oversets again. That was 4 on the left. 6 on the left. Trying to get lined up on 7 on the left to check it. Yeah, that was an overset issue. 1 on the left. That one drops if I start trying to overset a pin. Oh, actually that drops with trying to do just about anything in here. So I think we are doing pretty good on the left side here. Alright, let's check our right side and then we'll go back to the top stack, see what we're missing. Three on the right, 4 on the right, 5. Yeah, so everything's feeling pretty good. Just got to get this top stack set. The reason I like to set the top stack first and then drop off any oversets is because I find it pretty tough with the 0 lifts. So there's like, I don't know if they're 0 lifts, I just call them minimal lifts, but or 0 cuts or whatever. But number 3 and number 5 on the left are almost 0 cuts, and I just find it really difficult to lift the pin. So what I do is if I can get the top stack set in the beginning, kind of doesn't matter if I overset those, and then I'll let them drop back down, and then you know, no real issue, no harm, no foul. But when I get to this point where it is a I've got the left and right fully set, and the only thing left is trying to get something on the top stack. I found that that's actually the hardest time here. The fastest pick I ever did on this was when I set a couple of pins on the bottom, or on the left and right, and then set the entire top stack and just finished out the left and right. But it doesn't always work quite that easily. Alright, so we just set 7 on the top, and I think I got quite a bit of core movement. Yep, so there might just be one pin left on the right to finish the whole thing off, and that's usually number 3. I'm going to check it. Yep, so there it went. And we are open, ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty guys, let's get a good look at what we got going on here. So I've got these marked left, center, right, to try and get you looking as close to what it looks like in the lock. And you can see we've got, try and get this one close to the camera, we've got standard drivers and spool drivers, 2 different kinds. Key pins are all pretty similar. So this is one of the standard ones, nothing super special. They have a little divot in them because of the small spring to hold that. So that is that. And then we have our spool drivers, which are in 2, 4, 6, 7 of left. 1, 2, 4, 6, 7 in top. 2, 3, 4, 5 in the right, and I'll try and find a big one to look at. Here's a good big one. So here is our spooled key pin. It does give you counter rotation, and it has that harsh lip there at the bottom. So it's just something to keep an eye on for the feedback. It makes this lock a lot more fun, and like I said, the Gold V18 has the same design for their driver pins, but yeah, mine must have been chewed up or something because I didn't get near as much feedback as I did in this. Now with this, I called it a 21 pin lock. It does have 21 chambers in the plug, but the back right one is just a ball bearing and a spring there, so that is probably just for giving the core some bias. Let's look here. So that front had some drill protection, which was these little things right here. There was 3 of them total, and I'll show you in the plug here where there was a few more of them. I'll leave that up there. Oop. Or I'll just drop it. No, well, that works. Alright, so on the right side of the plug, we've got the drill protection. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, just 7 chambers there. And I believe that back right one goes far enough back. Well, let's look here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then there's where the ball bearing meets. So it is only a 20 pin lock. Okay, so not 21 pin. I was wrong about that. But you can see in here lots of room for drill protection, I assume, or maybe this is I mean, it lines up with some of the chambers, so actually maybe this could be some sort of protection or construction keying. So there's that kind of thing. When I pulled this out, drill protection fell out of 2 more spots, I'm just waiting for it to fall out more because sometimes my eyes don't work for it, but you can see a little spot there, a little spot there. That is probably a spot for it, that first slot there. That is also a spot for it. So yeah, these are quite well machined, these West 917s. And then we'll take one more look at this core here. These are just drill holes. Sorry about the focus there. Let's get that redone. Oop. These are just drill holes in the side. I'm not really sure for what, but you can see where the screw is. So we've got that. Nothing super special down in there, but definitely a really, really nice piece. So hope you guys like what you saw today. Any comments, questions, suggestions, or feedback, I am happy to hear it. Please like and subscribe. I love doing these for you. I'd love to have a reason to do more. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great day.